This is Small Biz Florida, the podcast designed and produced specifically for Florida small business owners and entrepreneurs. Small Biz Florida, talk that works for Florida. This podcast is supported by the Florida SBDC Network, providing the tools, strategies, and expertise to help Florida's business community thrive. Visit the Florida SBDC online at www.floridasbdc.org or contact your local office and get started on your path to success today.
And this is Small Biz Florida, the podcast and broadcast that's all things business across the state of Florida. I am Tom Kindred, your host for Small Biz Florida. And as you know from the previous segment, Small Biz Florida is on the road again. We are at the annual FLAGL conference here at the beautiful JW Marriott in Orlando, Florida. FLAGL is the Florida Association of Government Guaranteed Lenders, and I always love coming to this conference because there's all kinds of resources and assistance, companies and programs that are here specifically designed to help small business owners and operators and support the small business community. So it is a great conference. It's a good thing that we're here and covering all this. And I got two young gentlemen here now with us out of the FinTech sector. I think that's the first time I've said that, gentlemen, on this show. So we appreciate you guys taking time out to sit with us and talk to us about your business. I've got with us Justin Musella and Harris Marshall, and they are with a FinTech company called Biz2X. Welcome to Small Biz Florida, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Tom, for having us. Glad
Absolutely.
to be here.
Appreciate your support of the FLAGL conference. So listen, let's get started as we always do. We'll start with you, Justin. Just a quick little bit of your background, kind of pathway to Biz2X.
Yeah, thank you for allowing us to be here, and we appreciate a role in helping the small business community, and along with the many banks that we partner with. My pathway to Biz2X is I have about 10 years experience in sales. And for about the last 5, I've spent in the technology sector. And I've been with Biz2X for 2 years now. And I've loved working here. It's a great company. We've been growing rapidly. And all of that has been underpinned by a very modern and well thought out platform.
Nice. Harris, same question.
Absolutely. And again, thanks for having us. My name's Harris Marshall. I've actually been with the organization for about 8 months now. And I was previously with HSBC Bank for 4 years. And so what I did there was I was a digital platform manager where I got to actually watch the implementation of Biz2X at HSBC. So after learning about how the product worked in the retail business banking, I saw a true opportunity to make my place here at Biz2X, and that's why I joined the organization.
Nice. Beautiful. Good stories. All right. So here we go. What is Biz2X and how does it engage and help our small business community?
Absolutely. So Biz2X is an end-to-end loan origination platform where it starts with application intake all the way through decisioning. We have a couple different modules where we do all the conventional lending products as well as the SBA products. Our platform is designed for about $500 to $5 million, which gives us a real opportunity to work with banks of all sizes. You know, we work with banks on Wall Street as well as the community banks, CDFIs, and credit unions as well.
All right. So the bank is really your customer. You're building and you've built and you are providing this platform for a bank, but really the end user is that small business owner and operator.
Absolutely. So it's a white labeled solution where each organization has their full color scheme on the application intake. And then what's great about the platform is there's a few different ways how you can complete the application. You can walk into a branch, speak to a relationship manager, or do it completely on your own outside of business hours. And what's great about the platform is the availability to upload documents, the availability to bring in third-party information, so there's no longer a need to walk into a branch if you're not near a branch. And there also cuts down the time for your application to be funded. All small business owners know they need the money quick as possible. That's why they're looking for the loan. So the Biz2X platform kind of expedites the process for an organization to turn around that loan.
And I guess what I'm also hearing is that if you've got multiple banks that have this platform, you really only have to do this once. You have the ability to share the information amongst banks. Maybe you're trying to get the best deal from the bank. Is that what I'm also hearing?
So we're on AWS. We're a cloud hosted solution, and we basically white label for each institution so they have their own instance. So everyone's truly on the Biz2X platform using a white labeled solution.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But just to add on to what Harris is saying. So basically, if a bank is utilizing our solution, their customer is going to engage with that platform, and that bank, if other banks are not utilizing a digital lending platform, that bank will have an upper hand compared to their competitors because they're going to have technology underpinning the whole application, underwriting, decisioning, and closing process.
Yeah. And Justin, before we went on the air, you and I were kind of talking about this, but you made a great point. I mean, as things have changed in technology, even today, what used to be that, I gotta compile all this data, I gotta get my tax returns, I gotta get all this together. I mean, you really do feel like even small business owners are looking for some sort of technology solution to this, to kind of the old way they used to apply for a loan?
Yeah, I definitely do. And what we see in the marketplace is the feedback banks receive is that their customers, and COVID really accelerated accelerated the movement into the FinTech space for banks, where now having these digital tools for their customers that enable them to apply for loans conveniently and safely is not just an option anymore, it's a necessity. Because if you're, for instance, you own a restaurant and it's hard for you to go to the bank and go fill out the information, well, imagine having the ability to do it in under 5 minutes from your phone, and then that bank being able to tell you in a very quick amount of time what you qualify for. Right. So it really serves both the bank and the customer utilizing technology.
And to even think that some young folks like yourselves, an organization, thought we need to build this platform really speaks to what's really going on in the whole small business marketplace. I mean, there's literally millions of small business owners out there seeking capital to grow and expand those businesses. And for someone to recognize, it's got to be a better way. It really is quite innovative and impressive.
Yeah, and a lot of that better mousetrap, if you will, has come from our parent company, Biz2Credit. Biz2Credit has done over $10 billion in originations through the Biz2X platform. And prior to partnering with banks 4 years ago, which is how the genesis for Biz2X comes about, is for 20 years we've spent lending to people that don't conform to normal banks' guidelines. And we've done it very well. And a lot of our partners have wanted to learn from us. And so we built out this platform that now we provide other banks the access to, so they can be successsul.
All right. So when you said you lend to non-conforming businesses, our listenership just shot up. The internet may get shut down now. Let's talk a little bit about that since you've opened that up. What is the name of that company? Is Biz2Credit.
Biz2Credit, yeah.
And that is actually an ongoing business that does small business lending, is it not?
Correct.
All right. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So it was founded by our CEO, Rohit and Ramit Arora, two brothers, founded over 20 years ago. And they basically found a way to apply technology, even back then, technology to lending to people who were really shut out of the normal pathways for traditional capital. So they've provided a platform that is able to lend to people and identify the opportunities, the risks with these small business owners, and provide them with capital that they can obtain, whereas with a normal bank, there's really no avenue for them.
Right. So again, we're talking about a little maybe higher risk small business. Maybe they're closer to startup than they are mature.
Yeah.
So they've got a couple of risk issues. So they're going to pay a little more in maybe interest. Is that sort of maybe the model?
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And what's important there is that we've done that because small business is an umbrella term. It's a very fragmented category. As you said, there's hundreds of thousands of different industries, business types. And we found a way to do that very well. That's where we specialize in. And being able to still help those people in need is a great thing that we've done well and pass that on to the marketplace.
But it also offers a small business owner the opportunity maybe to get access to some capital, show some historic trends in the business, become profitable, and then they, I'm assuming, could get more of a traditional loan at that point and satisfy the original loan from your organization. Is that true?
Absolutely. And where technology in particular has shined a bright light on is the underserved community, because traditional loans, small loans under, let's say, for instance, $150,000,
right.
The amount of work and time that a bank puts into them it almost makes it a net loss for that bank to work on them. And if a bank defines itself as a community bank, well, they're supposed to be their niche.
Right.
So what we do is we take out so much of that manual work, the manual data entry, and we allow that process to be complemented by technology. And then we end up turning those loans into profit sectors for those banks.
Okay. So how does one, I'm sure the most popular question is going to be, how does one get in touch with Biz2 Credit? What?
Biz2 Credit. That's
Biz2 Credit. So how does one get in touch? It's an online application process. I'm assuming it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where you can sort of get a taste for what the Biz2X platform is, because it powers Biz2 Credit.
Okay.
So if they're a small business owner seeking capital, then they would want to go to Biz2 Credit, apply for a loan. But if they're looking, if we're talking about a bank that wants a platform, they would go to Biz2X and then ideally talk to Harris or myself, who are senior account executives.
All right. So it's for the loan opportunities, it's biz2credit.com?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Wow.
And then Biz2X.
And then biz2x.com.
Ask for Justin.
Ask for Justin. Well, again, it's, as I said as we began this segment, I really have always appreciated this conference. The ballroom is absolutely packed with suppliers, vendors, alternative lenders like yourselves. I think I'm just an old school, small business owner. And for me, it was always just those big name banks that that's who you went to. I really it was an eye opener for me to know that there is an awful lot going on out there in the capital access space, and that there are alternatives. And I think someone mentioned on another segment that it's a pathway in capital access. Small business starting out, you gotta. I think you said, Justin, some capital is better than no capital at all. And so you start small and you work your way into that traditional banking business. Is that a fair statement?
For sure.
Absolutely. You build the right history, you build the right cash flow analytics so that your bank statements look properly. And by the time that you're ready to go to one of the organizations that you were mentioning before, the larger ones, now you have the success to get that application in correctly and be provided the loan.
And again, a company like yours makes that process easier
And also smoother and more efficient.
Okay.
Especially in that application to funded rate. We know all small business customers are talking to a lending officer for a reason. And so no one's going to a bank to have a conversation just for, their own conversation.
No. Yes. No. No, I can think of much better things to do. Yes. So again, appreciate your time. And one more time, how do we find you guys?
Biz2X.com. You can look us up on LinkedIn as well, and click on the request a demo, and then me and Justin would reach out, and we'd be able to show you the platform.
Okay. All right. Justin, thank you.
Tom.
Appreciate your time.
We're honored to be on. Thank you
Absolutely.
for having us.
Harris, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
It is Biz2X and Biz2 Credit, lending transformed digitally. And again, I get to say the word FinTech, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
It's a whole new day here for Small Biz Florida.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
This is Small Biz Florida, and we are coming to you from the Flagel Conference, the Florida Association of Government Guaranteed Lenders right here in Orlando. All kinds of things going on here in terms of capital access for the small business community. So stay tuned. I am Tom Kindred, and this is Small Biz Florida, and there is more to come.
This has been Small Biz Florida, created and produced by the Florida Small Business Development Center at Indian River State College. Your host for Small Biz Florida is Tom Kindred. Partners for Small Biz Florida include WPSL and WSTU and Indian River State College, named the 2019 winner of the Aspen Prize for Community College Excellence.